Date and time in SQL. In SQL, we have several data types for date and time, like time, date, small date, time, etc. Depending on the requirement of your application, you can choose a suitable data type for your date and time. For example, if you want to store a birth date, you can choose date data type. Of course, you can use small date time as well without any issues, but you are adding 1 byte per each record you are adding to your database. In this video, we will learn some useful functions that are related to date and time. So let's start by the current date. If you need to get the current date, you are using date, then between parentheses now. And if you need to get the current time in UTC format, you write then between parentheses now, same way the date. But if you need to get the local time, you only add local time string to the syntax. Also, you can get the date and time as well, same way like time and date. You just write date and time or date time, then between parentheses now. So let's jump into the SQLite Studio and see in action how to use these functions. Now I am inside SQLite Studio. If I want to get the current date, simply write select date and then between parentheses now. Case sensitive is not important, so you just write this way and then run the syntax, you get the current date. Same way for the time, you can write select time and then now you get the current time in UTC format. If you need to convert it to the local time, all you need to do is add in the local time to the syntax, local time. Pay attention that there is no space between local and time. So run the syntax, this will be converted to the local time. As you see, we have the local time. Also, we have date time function as well. Select date, time, and then now. And if you want the time portion to be local time, you can add local time string to the function, run the syntax. You get the current date and current local time. Also, we can do some other works on date and month and years, like adding days to a date or month to a date and year to a date. Simply you just write the date and after that you just add a string. If you need to add 1 day, you write 1 day. If you need to add 10 days, you just write 10 days here. Same way for the month, you only add month and then the number of the month you need to add to the date. Also, you can do subtract on a date. For example, if you want to take out 1 day from the date, you can simply just write a -1 day. And if you need to remove 1 month, just write -1 month and 1 year if you need to decrease 1 year from a date. So let's see how to write these functions in SQLite Studio. So I have 2 scenarios. One of them says add 5 days to this date. So what we do, I'll write select date and then write the date. Then add the number of days that you want to add, 5. Then you have to specify it is day or month or year. So it is day in my case. I'll just write day and then close the function and run the function and see what we get. We get the 16 days of this date. So 5 days has been added to the date portion only. The other example is saying that 5 months and 2 years to this date. So same way we write select date and then write the date. Then we need to add 5 months. So we write 5 and then month. We need to add 2 years. We write 2 and we specify it is year. Close the syntax and run the syntax. You see we have added 2 years to the year 2021 became 2023 and 5 months has been added to the month portion. Now if I want to remove 5 days and 5 months from this date, all you need to do is to write select date and then write the date. Then we subtract 5 minus 5 day and then -5 month, close the parentheses, run the syntax, then you'll get the result as expected. Also, you can add or subtract day, month, year from the current date. For example, I will write select date now, and then -5 day, -5 year. Let's see what we get. We are getting the date as expected.